Okay. Hello. I had some technical difficulties, but we're here. So come in, come see me, come hang out with me. I'm nervous because this has not gone the way it was planned. Not that it was even planned, but because I had some issues with my camera to start. So I'm just lighting some Palo Santo right now and wait for some people to join. Palo Santo is a beautiful tool that I use every day just to clear the energy. So just imagine clearing this beautiful energy for you right now. Okay. So, as promised, we are here for day one of the remembrance. And this is something that came through for me over the weekend. And I was just asked, I knew three words: disconnect, detach, and remember are the three words that came through. And that's all that I was told about it. So, we are going to drop into a space where I am channeling for you on this topic of disconnect, and we'll see what comes through. But right now, it feels like the world really needs this medicine, really needs this connection back to self. So, all right. Okay. So let's drop into a little bit of a meditation to start. So go ahead and if you can, if you're not driving, go ahead and close your eyes. Closing our eyes allows us to, in fact, disconnect because we're not stimulated by our surroundings. So, closing your eyes. And we're just going to sit for a minute here in the stillness. Just allow yourself to become accustomed to your body and how it feels right now. And I want you to imagine sitting outside of yourself, looking at the version of you who's sitting right now. And I want you to see all of the cords that are attached to you. Relationships, jobs, money, religion. Look at all of those attachments, and I want you to pull them all away from you, imagining them like cords attached to your body. Rip them all away, throw them to the ground, or choose to let them melt away from your body. And the image that I'm seeing now is that you're sitting on a cloud and you're floating up into the sky. Notice if any of those cords keep trying to come back to you, and cut them away. And as you're on this cloud floating above life, above earth as you know it, I want you to just release any expectations, any preconceived notions, any ideas of what you thought you knew about yourself, about your life right now, about the theme of disconnect or remembrance. Just releasing all of that. And I want you to deepen your breath, maybe placing your hand on your heart, and just start to send your breath into your heart space to open your heart up to receive this live transmission today. Beautiful. So, what we're going to do is start to see what comes through for the theme of disconnect today. My intention is to just allow what is meant to come through, and knowing that this will be exactly what it's meant to be. I know that I am being asked to do this for a reason, so you're all on this ride with me. So let's see what wants to come through on the theme of disconnect. So the first thing that I'm seeing is that I'm seeing all these cars racing by and driving really fast and just like a speedway. It's like there's not even, I don't even see things around or like places around these cars. It's like pure space, and I'm seeing these cars run by. And this to me feels like we are all moving at such a fast pace that is really just so focused on this path that we think we're on that we can't even see or be present to our surroundings. It's like we're being it's like a magnet. I'm feeling this like energy just pulling us along, and we're doing it in a way that feels very disconnected, for lack of a better word. And this to me feels like, it feels unhealthy. It feels like, I mean, I'm even getting from a nutrition standpoint, like malnourished. It's like we're eating fast, we're thinking fast, we're moving fast. Everything that we're doing is not serving us, and in turn serving the collective. It feels like we're being asked to slow down. We're being asked to come back to the present. And this feels like the resistance. I feel some resistance around it. So what is this resistance? Because it feels like it's not necessarily going to be easy. And so what do we need to know to release that resistance? So the message that I'm getting is that there's actually nothing that we need to do. That this is not about giving you a list of, here are all the things that you need to do in order to disconnect. This is more about us receiving. This is us about sitting in a space where we have the capacity, where we're expanding our capacity to receive what is within us and in our present environment. And the key with that receiving from the present environment, what I'm feeling is that we are being asked to come back into a space that's so deeply our own that we can be in our space and be in our environment without attaching to it. Okay? This is not about us hustling and thinking and moving and forcing and pushing. This is about relaxing and expanding our capacity to receive what's here with grace, without needing it to come in, without forcing it, without striving for it. There's so many things that we're attached to. Even like going back to the driving, like even the routes that we drive every day. This to me feels like we're really being asked to shake things up. We're being asked to release what we've known and allow new information to come in, allow a new perspective to come in. Disconnect is not about losing everything that you thought you were, or who you are, or your family, or your job, or any of the things that are present in your life right now. It's not about losing them. It's about creating space between them so that you can see the truth of what's there and provide clarity for you and what's next. What else do we need to know about disconnecting? So right away, I'm getting less time on social. It probably seems obvious. This to me, it really just feels like space alone. And so if you're in an environment where maybe you have a family or you're surrounded by people in your work or friendships, it feels like we're all being asked to step away for a moment to regather our energy. It feels like our energies have been so consumed in what's around us that it's hard for us to see ourselves anymore. And that fear that came up around losing oneself, like if we disconnect, are we going to lose who we are? And that's no, it's the truth is that we get to see more of who we are. It's like we have a mirror now and we can finally see what's right in front of us. And in disconnecting, it feels like a callback of our energy. It's releasing all those energies that we're attached to or feel obligated to. Can you see how attaching to all of those energies makes you this being that is mixed with all this energy around you, right? It clouds us from seeing who we are. And so when we let that go, when we're willing to release our attachments and what's around us, the obligations, when we're willing to release all of that, it's a true coming back to self. What else is here for disconnect? I'm getting that this is not about anyone else. There's some fear around releasing attachments to others, disconnecting from others because they might not find their way back to you. And this could be kids or family, whatever it is. What you need to know is that when you choose to disconnect from something, in doing it with intention and doing it from a space of love, it will allow that to completely disconnect from you. You don't ever have to worry about losing things that are meant for you because those things will always be there for you. In kids, I often tell parents that, kids up until the age of 2 is a healthy attachment for a parent. Beyond that, kids are really ready to be in their own energy. They're ready to create the lives that they're meant for. And so when we disconnect from those things and people, it allows them to evolve with us. And now we're no longer connected to something at a particular point in time. It allows us to create from a new space, from a new level of being, from a new level of energy that only comes with that disconnection. Anything else for disconnect? I'm getting that that's complete for today. It feels like this might be a new process, not only for me, but maybe for some of you as well, to receive in the intuitive space, to receive what wants to come through. But I'm going to trust that what needed to come through is exactly what came through, and we'll continue tomorrow. So tomorrow's theme is detach. And I imagine it's probably going to take us a little deeper than we went today. So I hope you will join me. I hope that you received this message with an open heart. And we'll see you soon.